the Focused Warrior podcast. John, Aaron,
Yeah,
different time zones, different times.
yeah,
Bro, we're
bro.
trying something a little different today.
It's a little darker. It's a little darker out here, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Time's irrelevant. It's like we've got something to say. It's time to do this potty. Works out for you, works out for me. Frees our days up, and it's like let's get after it. So here we
Let's
are.
do it. Let's do it, man. Yeah,
Welcome
dude.
everyone.
I got to say something on the podcast. I was waiting, but officially today is my wife and I's anniversary.
Oh,
So,
dude,
yeah, man.
happy anniversary, brother. Happy
A
anniversary.
lot of years together, brother. A lot of years
So wait,
together, and
what year's that? What year's the anniversary? 21 years?
no, it's actually we've been together 18 years and married 17. So that's what
Excellent,
we got.
dude.
So
Well,
yeah, man. Yeah.
there you go. All right, guys. What the topic of conversation today is not obviously about having a lasting marriage, because I can guarantee, and John will attest to this, that you guys are both completely different people from when you first met. But where you guys are now, there's a really nice momentum moving forward that you're both coming together again as individuals. And do you feel like there's a reconnection of just love and togetherness now compared to probably how it was over the last few years?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. And put that on age too. I mean, there's a lot of age in there as well. A lot of
You're saying you're maturing.
lot of knowledge and a lot of growing, maturing, right?
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, man, if you look at my screen behind me, it's from the darkness to the light, man. I mean, my wife and I went through what no parent should have to go through. And the fact that we were able to come out on top of that, and again, still go through it every day. It's not like we've arrived, right? And
Mhm.
everything's just perfect, right? No, it's not that. It's just we now know how to be there for one another, whereas maybe, 2, 3 years ago we did not. And that was even when my son was alive, right? I mean, we think we were just learning that. So I think that's it, bro. And like I said, I don't want to hijack the whole podcast about this, but I'll say, man, it's pretty cool, right? I mean, it's pretty. Whenever you land in this space, this being our day, it's like, damn, we did it again. We
Yeah.
tripped around the sun together again. Holy shit, this is crazy. And so you just you take a moment, man, and you just love it, and you just go, hey, man, we're doing this thing. This is it.
Okay.
Until I get into the dirt or you get into the dirt, we're doing this thing. So
I love it,
it's
man.
good,
I
man.
love it. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. And congratulations once again. It's fucking amazing. Love it.
Thanks, bro.
Love it. So
Yeah.
we got a
So
juicy topic, eh?
yeah, we do, bro. We do, man. And I want to jump into it right away, bro. This is the thing, Aaron. Your and I business and coaching requires one thing, right? It's a nice little factor that we have in here, and that's people.
Mm.
People. People make our business, man. That's just what it is. We can't sit here and, build stuff behind the scenes and not talk to anybody. Our business is people. So why is it, bro, that when we get to a certain age, and again, talking about all these years together and stuff like that, why is it when we get to a certain age, man, we want to run away from people? It's the exact opposite. And I know I've seen so many people on social media post about being anti-person and I just want to sit in my jammies all day and I want to mind my own business. And
Yeah,
where
yeah.
I think that's a flex, I think that's awesome. If your business is not people, great. I think that's fine. But where's that fine line walk for you, man? Where do you struggle with that?
But I'm an introvert, so at the heart of it, like I find it hard to talk to people. But yeah, I'm in the people business, so it's a fucking hard one. And yeah, as you get older, I think what it is as well, especially what we've gone through in the last 5 years, I have a lower tolerance for stupidity. So for me, I just don't want to be surrounding myself with people that don't lift me up, that I don't learn from. I don't want to hear a fucking what do I call it? A barstool story that you've been telling for the last fucking 15 years.
Yeah,
I don't
good
want to hear
call.
that shit. So, yes, I see, and I think for me, I see the world very differently to a lot of people as well. So, it's like I see where the world is, I see where the world's going, I see obviously the indoctrination, I see a lot of what the governments are doing from a control perspective. I want to talk to people that see what I see, and it's like, great, how can we get out of this? I don't want to be locked into them. It's like, how can I want to have conversations with people that can help me get out of the matrix, essentially.
So then, bro, does that mean if I'm hearing you right, it's not just people, it's getting in the right rooms, right? Then it's being
100%.
around the right people. Because
100%.
this is the thing, right? You just hit it on the head, Aaron. I could go sit with people right now at a bar. I could go sit with people right now at, a social event, but doesn't mean that it brings me any value,
Mm,
right? So isn't it about so it's about, like you say, just having those quality conversations where everybody's like-minded and maybe they're even challenging you. I know that I got that more recently in my day job. I have somebody who I work thankfully hand in hand with, and she's so good at not telling me, what to do per se, but hey, John, have you thought about? And I'm like, man, those words by
yeah.
itself, dude, are such an ultimate flex for people because
Yep.
when you can challenge somebody's brain without telling them what to do, it brings so much more. For me, dude, when somebody says, "Have you ever thought about it?" Instantly, I start going through the files in my head. I'm like, man, they make a good point. Have I thought about that? If I haven't, what do I need to do? And so for me, it's always that what next mindset, man. Do you ever have that happen?
Yeah, and I love surrounding myself with those kind of people. And the people that actually do that and test you, and challenge your way of thinking are the millionaires. The millionaires, they've got a
Yes.
very different way of thinking. And it's like, okay, in our respective businesses, we're not going to be happy with just settling. We're not going to be happy with just, just getting by. We want our businesses to get to a point where we can sit there and go, holy fuck, I actually made it. That's where we want our businesses to go. And the only way that we can do that is we need to surround ourselves with people that have built shit, that have actually done what we're in the process of doing. That's the only way we're
Crazy.
going to learn. That's the only way we're going to challenge. So yeah, so for me, it's like the sad reality, and stats just came out recently that 50% of Australians, voting Australians at the moment, are relying on the government. 50% of
50%.
50% of
Wow.
eligible voting Australians are now reliant on government assist. Say it
Wow.
again. Government assist. We've got 50%, literally 50% of the country, of adults that are reliant on a government handout. So then, for me, and absolutely no disrespect to these people. I mean, they're struggling, and a lot of the times it's justified. Some of the time, it's just lazy motherfuckers that are just greeting off the government. So I look at it from an aspect of, well, those 50% of people, I can't be in the room with them
Mm, mm. So that
because they're
means your
looking.
so that
Yeah,
means your search has to be a little bit more strategic,
yeah,
then.
yeah,
It can't just be I go where I go and do what I do. You really have
yeah.
to make it where, and this is the thing, Aaron, that makes you it has to challenge you now, right? Because now you have to go looking for it. You
Yep.
can't just be like, "Oh, it's crazy. I was in line at the coffee shop the other day and I met this millionaire." No, it doesn't work like that,
No,
right?
no. And it's not going where they go because I'm not a pub guy. I'm not going to go to the pub. I'm not going to go to a bar. I'm not going to, go to a social event just purely to have conversations with people that I can learn from. And really interestingly enough, when you look at the entrepreneur is essentially the business owner. So I will
Mhm.
go to a coffee shop and the person that's actually making my coffee is the business owner. I'll have a conversation with them. Because at the end of the day, those kind of people will never ever look at a situation, and be pessimistic. They'll always look at a situation and be optimistic because they're in business. Their way of thinking is a lot different than someone that has a 9 to 5 job. And they think that all I need to do is show up and then I get my pay at the end of the week. Whereas a businessman or businesswoman, they have to approach their day very differently because they don't know what to expect and they need to,
Yes.
and all they know, or all they're built and their thought process is, I just need to win the day. I need to just make some money and I just need to get through this day. So it makes it really interesting as well when you have a look at the economic forecast and I guess horizon of not only America but also Australia. Inflation's going up, like cost of living's going up, and you're talking to a business person or someone who owns a brick and mortar business and especially a cafe, having a conversation with them about all of that, it makes it to for me, it's a really stimulating conversation because, like I said, they have put everything on the line to run this business and to make sure it's going to be profitable and it survives, regardless of what they're faced with every single day. So I love having conversations with those people because they are all about how can I make today the best day? How can I make as much money as I possibly can to keep this business running? Because this business is all I have. And those people think very, very differently. And I love that kind of stuff.
But it's you know what I didn't hear you saying there, Aaron? I need to control the day. I didn't hear you say that because they don't, right? And I think
Yeah,
that's where a lot of us struggle is that we
yeah,
want to wake up and control every situation and control everything. And I think when you lose that, when you lose that mentality, when you go, you know what, I'm not going to be able to control how this day goes.
can't.
The only thing is that am I equipped with the tools that I need to be able to pivot when shit hits the fan because it's going to, right?
Yeah,
And so I think that's the other part of it, man. And then of course the next question I have for you is how often do you talk how often do you have those conversations?
not enough.
That, not and see and that's and Aaron, this is where I challenge even myself, where I start to, have to figure out my goal for the day. Is my goal for the day to just talk to somebody? Or is it very specific
Mm,
to let me go to an area where I know damn well I belong there? I've never been there and it's going to make me super uncomfortable, but the conversation in here could be good.
yep,
Could be. Now, it
yep.
doesn't mean it will be, right? Because, hey, we have beautiful places that might just attract, not the right demographic, right? So you just don't know. But that's again, that goes back to that control. We can't control that,
No,
right? And so it's now moving in that space, man, where it has to feel uncomfortable. And if it doesn't feel uncomfortable, then you're too comfortable. So in one of the books that I'm reading, I'm actually rereading it. It's a money book, and and I get you the title here in a second, but it's talks about how the stigma of what people think rich people are and what you think they are, and that they're stuffy and that they're just jerks and they don't want to help nobody and they want to sit at the top by themselves. Dude, millionaires want to help whoever wants to be there,
mm.
and they will gladly do that. But it's just, and again, for me, this I could say this from my childhood. I can remember my dad going like that. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
this
my dad was
this
the same.
rich guy, this rich
100%.
yuppie,
Yeah,
this guy does. And so, what do you think I always heard? So anytime I got about somebody rich, I was like, this
yeah.
asshole.
Those old
Didn't
fucking,
even give him a
yep,
chance.
yeah.
So crazy.
Childhood stories coming up now. I hear you. And but I also do realize that if you were an asshole before money and all of a sudden you got money, you're just a bigger asshole because you just got more money. Um,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
but there's some amazing people out there. It's no different to when you go to the gym and you see this, Jack guy that's at the gym. He's never going to or she, they're never going to criticize someone who's starting the gym for the first time. They're going to motivate
Oh,
them.
you know what, Aaron? That's a good call,
No
dude.
different
If you see
to,
somebody
yeah,
jacked and you go up to him, he's not going to be like, "Yeah, dude, find your own workouts," right? He'll help you, right? Yeah,
unless,
I like to think anyway. I don't know. I
yeah.
mean, you tell me.
Look, I've seen both sides of it 100%. But you do have the guy that has, he literally does train. And he loves people coming up to him and having conversations with them and asking, there are some really nice people out there, but then you've got the roidies that don't give a fuck, and then you've got the self-entitled. But it's in
That's anything,
everything.
though, Aaron.
Absolutely, it's in everything. So, and this is where you just need to find those right people, and you will know these right people that you need to surround yourself with. And there are some incredible businessmen out there that have, been in the trenches, have started with nothing, and all of a sudden have ended up with something, and then they're now in the position of giving back. And I think they are there, but they're there helping, and they're never going to sit there and search for people to help because they've got their own shit to do. I mean, I'm going to quickly tell a story. There's one guy here on the Gold Coast by the name of Adam Sullivan. He's got an online training business called EBT. He, in the last 5, 6 years, has probably turned his business into a $30 million business. And then we're talking about health and fitness. We're talking about online training, online fitness. But guys, you're not going to EBT. You're coming over to Warrior Shed Coaching. Just fucking let you know. But anyway, he's he's put in effort. He's put in the time. He's worked in the trenches to build his business up to a multi-million dollar business, and he's done well. He's invested money into property and whatnot. But the moral of the story is now he's in that position that he doesn't have to work as hard. He still needs to show up in his business, but now he can actually give back. And over the last couple of days, he's been putting out messages to his followers going, "Who wants to lift a school?" And he's literally been just driving up to people's homes in his Lamborghini Urus and taking kids to school. Just because he wants to give back, just because he wants to show people that it's like, don't fucking quit, don't give up, because all of a sudden you'll realize that your life is completely different, and you're in that position to be able to give back. He bought his mum a fucking home as well, a fully paid home. So how amazing would that be? I mean, how amazing would it be for you, the guys listening, to build something where you can turn around and go, I want to, pay off my mum and dad's mortgage, or I want to buy my kids a home, or I want to be in a position to be able to take someone to school because I can. I've got time to do it. It'd be fucking
Well,
amazing. So,
I think it's cool that you say that, Aaron. I think at the end of the day, man, there's this one quote that, I actually live by, and it's, you can get what you want when you help enough people get what they want. And the only way to help other people get what they want is to actually be in front of them
mm,
and actually show your face. And in this age of social media, it's great, dude. It's awesome. I think, I mean, marketing has changed over the past 10, 15 years in the sense that
yep,
you could do it all for free. You don't need to pay a marketing person anymore. But that being said, right, it's also just, and I'll speak from my own personal, is like, okay, the way that I look at it now is, okay, I've got certain things in place. What else? What's next? What else can I do?
mm,
And that is, there's this one part, and the book is called The Psychology of Money, by the way.
nice. Okay.
But there's another book that I was listening to, and, it was talking about, the next thing that you do could be that big break, but it also might mean that you get super uncomfortable. And what
Have
if
to.
you're only speaking to, what if you go to events and they're like, yeah, John, we want you to speak in front of these people, and two people show up or one person shows up?
Yeah,
You still do it like if there's 10,000 people in the room.
100%.
You still do it, right? And then it's repetition. And then it gets you even more fired up the next time. You feel that certain feeling, that uncomfortable feeling like, oh my God, who's going to show up? Who's going to this? Who's going to that? And bro, I think that's what it is, man. It's what else can we do to get in the right rooms with the right people? We can't just wish it here, and we can't be like, oh, I hope somebody sees
No,
my social media. I hope a millionaire sees my social media and wants to work with me. No, dude, it doesn't work like that. So I think that's what I was, when we kicked this off, man, that's what I was thinking about, because I'm like, I can be in the room with anybody.
mm,
So
yeah,
can you.
yeah.
But doesn't mean, and again, we're not knocking. I'm just saying, I'm not better than anybody. Not knocking anybody's hustle. I'm not knocking anybody's flow. And you can do what you want with your life, right? It's our life. We get one to live, and we can live it how we want to. But the thing about it is that remember that whatever room you're in, you're now absorbing that energy. So you got to make sure it's the right room.
Fuck yeah. Get in the right room. That's it. As a title of our potty. Are you in the right room? Man, I actually, and I want to challenge everyone that is listening to this. And 75 Hard Live Hard program does exactly that. In phase three, a part of your task every single day for a 30-day period is to have a conversation with a stranger. A real conversation, not just, hey, what do you think of weather? No, a real conversation. So, yeah, I challenge everyone to get in the room that you need to be in. Love it.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff, man.
Well done,
Love
Slug.
it.
Well, nice and quick. Fucking love it. Straight to the point. Guys, thank you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your time. Stood
Thanks, everybody.
nice and
My
fucking early.
bro.
Nice and early for you.
It's early for me, late for you. Hey,
Hey,
we
man.
flipped the script this week, and we love it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. I'm a morning guy. I think you burn the
Get
midnight
it
oil
done.
a little bit, Aaron. So we're trying something new.
You know what? At the end of the day, it's like you just got to get it done. Don't fucking care. It's like, hey, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. And we're both in that frame of mind of like, if this is what we got to do, this is what we got to do. So we're both down
100%.
for it. Yeah, man.
Love it, brother.
All right.
Till
Beautiful.
next week, guys. Thanks so much for joining. Appreciate it, my brother. Thank you.
Love you, man. Cheers, guys.
Love you too, bro.